Welcome back. Today it's going to be another one of those episodes where we do something in the tropics that everybody wishes that they could do, but you can't because the tropics are a magical place. And the tropics are filled with dangerous countries where people burn each other in tires and do all kinds of exciting things like that, so most people don't move to the tropics. But anyhow, today we are going to harvest cocoa. We are going out and harvesting today, and I made myself a cocoa harvesting knife to reach the high ones. And you can see, you know, waste not, want not. This is my Silky Gomboy blade, which broke off, and I'm going to use this to get the cocoa that are way up in the trees. I've already been over there cutting with a machete, taking the low-hanging fruit, and now we're going for the high ones. So let's go cut some cocoa.
Baby, one day they'll play this song at Publix, and you'll be running along with your cart full of canned goods, not expecting to be assaulted by a really catchy tune. Oh baby, one day they'll play this song at Publix, and you'll be running along with your cart full of oatmeal, not expecting to be assaulted by a really catchy tune. Oh baby, one day they'll play this song at Publix, and you'll be running along with your cart full of Band-Aids.
There's about 1.5 acres of cocoa on this property, and with the help of one of our neighbors, it takes about 2 days to harvest all the cocoa, to crack the pods open, to take the flesh out, including the beans, and put it in buckets, and then we take that for sale and sell it. From this to a chocolate bar is actually a decent amount of work. I mean, you gotta cut it down once it's ripe, then you've gotta crack it open, then inside there's the beans and the flesh. You have to separate that out and put it aside. And then what you do is a process called sweating the cocoa. That's where you take all of that with the flesh on it and you let it sit. A traditional way to do it is to put them in these big boxes made out of wood and then cover it with banana leaves. And you're pretty much just letting it compost there. Really, it's like just rotting away. The outside flesh layer is just slimy and dripping off, kind of like you would ferment tomato seeds to get the tomato seeds out of it. And even the fruit flies and everything get into it. It doesn't matter, because what you want is you want the seed on the inside. So once it's sweated off, it actually apparently absorbs some of that flavor in too. And the fruit of it tastes like a tropical fruit. It's very nice, sort of a sweet, sour flavor, but there's not a lot of flesh on it. That flesh, when it rots away, leaves the bean behind. Then what they do after the cocoa has been properly sweated is they lay it out on big drying trays in the sun and let it dry. And once it reaches a certain amount of dryness, then it's ready. Then you can actually take the little hulls off of them and take the beans out of the inside, often after roasting. So there's a multi-part process, and from there, of course, you have to grind it and you have to make your little cocoa liqueur or whatever, cocoa butter and sugar and all that stuff to make chocolate. Haven't made it that far. We've made some pretty good hot chocolate, but we haven't made it all the way to chocolate bars. But for now, I just wanted you to see how all this harvesting takes place, because it's really kind of a nice process, and it's something that I don't think most of you would ever have had a chance to see unless you were in a perfect situation in the tropics where cocoa will grow.
Not expecting to be assaulted by a really catchy tune. Oh baby, one day they'll play this song at Publix, and you'll be running along with your cart full of Band-Aids, not expecting to be assaulted by a really catchy tune. Oh baby, one day they'll play this song at Publix,
managed to pull it off. Literally pulled cocoa off the trees. About 13 buckets here, maybe I'm guessing something like 400 pounds, maybe 500 pounds of wet cocoa. And a good friend of mine is going to drive them over to sell them, and we'll see how much money we actually make off of it. And we actually have cocoa left over for ourselves that we are going to sweat and process here at home, and I'll show you that process when we do it. So I hope you enjoyed that. It was really kind of fun. 2 days of work and cocoa harvesting and cutting and chopping and hauling buckets up the hill, but it was fantastic. Something I've never done before, and it was really a lot of fun. Now I've got to figure out what to do with all those cocoa pods that we left behind. I'm thinking I'm going to come up with some sort of cool way to compost them. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and catch me on the web at thesurvivalgardener.com, because I have 365 posts a year or more there with all kinds of gardening inspiration. And until next time, may your thumbs always be green.